Hi everyone, Flossy here, and in this re-review, as I like to call it, I'm going to be looking at the songs from Eurovision I initially gave 2 points to in my first reactions to them. These songs, as a result, can get up to 6 points in this round. I'm finding it interesting to see some of the songs I've completely changed my opinions on, and in the last video, Cyprus and Lithuania are the biggest examples. They've gone from some of my least favourites to my favourites. The first song I'm going to be looking at is the song from Belarus by Alexiev, and it's called Forever. This song is in English, it's in semi-final 1, which is the toughest semi this year. My opinion on it has gone down slightly. I think that's simply because more songs have been released that caught my eye. When I originally looked at this, I thought the song was fantastic, but his vocal performance let it down. But vocally, I think he has improved, luckily. The song seems to have gone through like up-teen revamps. It's ridiculous. And at the pre-parties, he's been a bit dull to watch live. But seeing the preview clip from the rehearsals of actual Eurovision, the staging looks epic. He gives a rose to the cameraman and it turns around with the rose, gives it to a dancer. Apparently there's a bow and arrow at some point. I just think that's going to be absolutely hilarious. And his vocals sounded quite good in the preview as well. But I do still like the song a bit as well. It's not my favourite song now, but I do still really like it. I'm going to give it 3 points. For me, it's just that the song has been overshadowed. Vocally, he's improved. So I've got to give him props for that. It's just literally, there's been other songs come out that I've liked more. The second song is France's song by Madame Monsieur. The song is called Merci. This is in French. France is one of the big 5, so it's an automatic qualifier for the final. This is another song where, for me, it's just got underwhelming compared to others. I know I am in a minority with this opinion because it's a massive fan favourite. It's one of the favourites to win now. I do think vocally they're very good. I like the simplistic vibe they're going for. The song is quite chill, the staging is quite simple, and I think this song actually has the potential for a wonderful moment if the audience joins in with these hand movements they go towards the chorus towards the end. But I'm going to give it 4 points. I still think it's a good song, but for me it just doesn't stand out as much. The third song I'm going to be looking at is from Greece. It's by Yianna Terzi and the song is called Oniro Mao. This song is in Greek. It's in semi-final 1. I know that some people didn't like my opinion of this initially. I think this could be one of those examples of how a culture doesn't completely translate. As a non-Greek, when I read the translation of the lyrics, I thought it was about doing anything for a man. Nothing wrong with that, it backwards in some cases. But because I didn't know the background, it turns out it's actually about the land itself, and I think I've read it's based on a Greek story. So unless you grow up in that culture, you don't completely know about it. For me, the music video actually improved my opinion on the song. I think it highlighted how epic the song is. The music video is very sort of, not completely action-packed, but it's very much you see the land. That's when you kind of get what they're on about, what she's on about. I actually think as well that no other song in the competition is as epic as this. The first proper live performance I could find of this is actually from the Eurovision rehearsals. Vocally, she's very good, but for me the staging is very underwhelming and it could be a massive letdown in the semi. Apparently they're keeping some things a surprise, so fingers crossed. But I don't know, maybe because this song feels so epic to me, I don't know how it can translate into performance, but hopefully I'll be proved wrong in that it can translate very well with the tricks they've got up their sleeve. So I'm going to give this 3 points. Like I said, it's not my favourite song, it's just doesn't kind of cusp that bridge of my personal taste where it would be my favourite. I wouldn't listen to this song on its own, if it's part of the album on shuffle then I would listen to it. But for this, what elevates it is the visuals of the music video. So it needs something like that to make it better for me. So when I have a look at semi-final 1 after that's happened, maybe Greece will go massively up in my rankings. I don't know. The next song is Latvia's Song by Laura Risotto. The song is called Funny Girl. This is in English. It's from semi-final 2. And I finally remember how this goes. When I first looked at it, for ages afterwards, I couldn't remember the melody of it, the lyrics, anything. But when I actually listened to it, I really liked it. But as soon as it stopped, I forgot it. But I actually remember it now, which is good. She gives me serious hair envy. I think she easily has the best hair of the competition. She needs to advertise L'Oreal. And the more I kind of listened to the lyrics of this song, the more tragic it became. Like, it's about the realisation that you're never going to get the guy. It's ironically a bit like another song called Funny Girl from a musical called Funny Girl. It's kind of like has those same elements almost. I think vocally she's very good, and I think it's a very good song for staging. It can have very simple staging, so I'm very optimistic about this. I'm giving it 5 points. For me, the only reason it doesn't get top points is because it isn't one of my absolute favourites of the competition, but it is very high up there. The next song is Poland's Song. It's by Gromi featuring Lucas Meyer. The song is called Light Me Up. This is in English. It's in semi-final 2. To be honest, after multiple listens, this song is a lot more generic. I still think it's a really fun song, and I think this song is great for Eurovision. It's the type that will really benefit from a big party atmosphere, so I can imagine them on the stage on like the semi-final, and I think they'll probably get to the final. I can imagine them on the stage those nights and just like getting the crowd absolutely going, and it being a standout performance just because of the atmosphere it can create. Vocally, I think he has been very good. It's not really the type of song that needs fantastic vocals though. I'm going to give it 3 points. I think it's going to be an epically fun song to watch. The only issue for me with the song is that it's average, unfortunately, and it's just a bit generic. The next song is Portugal's Song. It's by Claudia Pascal, and the song is called O Jardim. It's actually got uncredited vocals from Isora, I think that's how you pronounce it. This song is in Portuguese. It's Portugal's the reigning champion, so this is an automatic qualifier for the final. Upon multiple listens, this song is so much more beautiful than I thought. And the songwriter who's giving the uncredited vocals, I wrote this about her grandmother, I think, and it's kind of about tending to a garden after its original caretaker passes, which is a very sweet message. At least that's what I've read it's about. And I think just because I was kind of so focused on Portugal last year being so, I don't know if old-fashioned is the word, but it's a very kind of old school type of song. So I saw the simplicity of this song and just thought old school again. But it's actually a lot more modern than I initially took it for. So it's actually kind of like, it's gone up in my rankings and just like, it's a lot more cooler to me, I guess. But one thing I can't get over, however, is how much Isora looks like Kobe Smulders from How I Met Your Mother, and who's also in the Avengers films. It's just like, oh my god, it's Robin singing back up, which is bizarre to me. I'm going to give this 4 points. I think it's got many positives about it. To be honest, my main issue is just that it's not my favourite song once again. Unfortunately, this is the case of a lot of songs this year where I think they're actually brilliant songs and there's a lot going for them, but they just happen to not be my favourite songs, and it's not a detriment to them, it's just my personal taste. The next song is Serbia's Song. It's by Sanja Ilic featuring Balkanica, and the song is called Nova Deka. This song is in Serbian, it's in semi-final 2, and unfortunately this song doesn't stand out to me at all. Literally looking at my notes on it, my notes are hardly anything. There's like 6 bullet points. I think vocally it's good, but like a few other songs, it's just there for me. I I don't really have much to say about it. So I'm only going to give it 1 point just because it doesn't stick out to me. The next song I'm going to be looking at is Sweden's song by Benjamin Ingrosso called Dance You Off. Now this song I do have a lot of notes on. This is in English. It's going to be in semi-final 2. Like, I think Hungary and... there's another song, I can't remember who it was. But like Hungary, this is a song that's pretty much guaranteed to actually make the final. I've kind of returned to my original opinion on the singer and think he's still stuck in the 90s. I thought based on his performance in Melfest last year, he was completely stuck in the 90s, and he's kind of reverted back to that for me. Once again, there's not much I can really fault about this. It might be that I just don't like the song that much, but it's too perfect. Like, it's getting to the point where it just lacks a soul, and it's just like this trend with Sweden, which at the moment it's all right for them, but in a year or two it could become very... they could face quite a bit of a backlash over it. I do think he does seem to rely a little too much on the staging and the routine. When he performed this at London Eurovision Party, he did the full routine, and that didn't work in a small, intimate stage like that. At least for me, it didn't. You know, the look they're going for in their staging and performance is like it's a music video. I know some people have said, like members of the press have said, that there actually is a wide shot which takes you completely out of it. But his dance routine and everything, it suits the staging they've got for this music video concept. But if he doesn't have that staging at the pre-parties, then it just sticks out like a sore thumb and looks a bit stupid. This has actually come, well, not the song itself, but he has actually come under some controversy as he's insulted other acts in a reaction video, and some of them, like, I'm not like that mad about. Like, he said Romania, I think it was Romania, sounds like a song from like the 2000s, like from a band in their garage, which I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, it does. But like, that's not a bad thing. He actually said it wasn't a bad thing. But he's gone a bit personal with some of the comments, and for anyone else it wouldn't be that much of an issue, but he's competing against these people, and when they're all in Lisbon, they have to look him in the eye and be all nicey with him, even though they know he's said one of them looks like Voldemort, which he doesn't. It's just he happens to be bold. He said a song sounds like a fart, and he's made fun of poorer countries having a lower budget, which they can't help. Like, he can't help the fact that he's representing a country that has a massive budget for Eurovision. But I think this is just insulting to the other acts, and it's very disrespectful. An anonymous person talking online doesn't have to meet these people. He does. Plus, it kind of goes against what the competition actually stands for. It's about everyone coming together and just enjoying each other. This doesn't always translate with Eurovision. You know, there's a lot of booing that goes on. But when you're one of the actual artists, you should be above that. But I will say credit to him for apologising for it, but it does leave somewhat of a bitter taste in the mouth. I'm going to give it 2 points. For me, it's way too perfect and formulaic. There's no soul to it. I think I said before that Sweden and Portugal are polar opposites in what their songs are like, and these two are perfect examples this year. One of them is all heart and the other is all flash, and I am at the moment leaning towards the one that's all heart rather than this. The next song is Australia's Song by Jessica Mauboy. The song is called We Got Love. This is in English. It's in semi-final 2. This song has actually grown on me. I know it's not the best song, but it's one of the most enjoyable to me. I think she's very likeable. From what I've seen, she's able to handle it live. I'm not quite so sure how it will go from the short snippet of the rehearsal. It looks slightly messy, but hopefully when I see the whole thing it'll look a lot better. I do really like this song. I'm going to give it 5 points. The only reason it doesn't get top points because it's not technically the best song for me. I do really like it though, and I look forward to seeing it in the semi. The next song is Bulgaria's song. It's by Equinox and it's called Bones. This song is in English. It's going to be in semi-final one. Initially, when I listened to this song, it didn't leave much of an impression on me. But I've previously said that Bulgaria's due a win in sometime in the near future, based on how they've done in the past couple of years, and they're really coming across as taking it very seriously and going for a win. And when I saw this performed at London Eurovision, I actually messaged one of my friends that I thought they were the winners. Now, looking back, I think it could go either way, but this does have the potential to be a serious contender. And to be honest, I don't even like the song that much, but I think the vocals elevate it, especially when live. I'm going to give it 5 points. It only doesn't get more because it's not one of my top songs, but I'm looking forward to seeing this and seeing how it translates on stage. The next song is from Estonia. It's by Alina Nechiyeva. Yeah. The song is called La Forza. This is in Italian. It's from semi-final one. For me, this has the potential to be the strongest staging of the year. I'm glad to hear she's bringing the dress to Lisbon. There was initially a lot of questions on whether they would be able to because of cost-wise, but I think they're going into sort of sharing a projection with Russia and Germany, so they're able to bring it to Lisbon. And I think because of that, this will stand out for sure. For one thing, it's going to stand out because of the genre. There's no other opera songs this year, so vocally, she's going to be miles ahead of a lot of people, and for the audience perception at least. And visually, it's going to be such a striking, visual image as well. For the actual song, it's not my particular cup of tea. This is just like with Hungary and Slovenia, where I can appreciate it, but I don't ordinarily choose to listen to this genre, so it doesn't have that much of an impact on me. I do think she's excellent vocally though, so I'm going to give it 3 points. It's the actual song I have an issue with, because it's just not to my taste, but I do still think it's a very good song, and her vocals are brilliant, and the staging should be fantastic. The next song is Fiddler's Song. It's by Sara Alto and it's called Monsters. This is in English. It's going to be in semi-final one. For me, this song has a massive improvement live. It's one of the most improved. The live performances have toned down from the national selection, which I really like. There was a lot going on in the national selection performance. It didn't look good visually, her outfit wasn't nice. It was just really over the top, and it kind of distracted from the song and the vocals. I do think, from what I've seen, it still has the over the top campness that goes with the song, but it's not too over the top now. Live, she has been somewhat hit and miss, but not to a necessarily bad scale. It's just when she misses, she could be stronger, but she still sounds alright. This is actually one of the songs I'm most worried about qualifying, so fingers crossed for it. I'm going to give it 5 points. I love the song. They just need to perfect the live performance, but from the previews, it looks good. The next song is Israel's Song. It's by Netta and called Toy. This is in English. It's going to be in semi-final one, and like when I first listened to it, it's still the favourite to win. Like I said at the time, I still actually don't see the massive hype over it. I do like it. I love the message. I think the chorus is really good. But I don't get the hype per se. It's kind of like with France. I don't get the hype necessarily there. I think the looper is very creative, but I'm not sure if they're using it in the live shows now. I've heard reports saying they're not going to be. I think this song has the potential to go either way with the casual viewer. I'm 99.9% sure it's qualifying, but I don't know if that's because the people voting for it will think it's a brilliant song, or if they're going to see it as the joke act. It's got chicken sounds. She's literally clucking in the song. People aren't going to take that seriously. It's going to pander to a lot of the people who view Eurovision as a massive joke. In my opinion, it will. And to be honest, the chicken sounds still irritate me. But I will say, I love the Wonder Woman reference. I'm such a big fan of superhero films. A superhero reference will always win with me. I've already seen Infinity War twice, and it's only been out. It had been out less than a week when I saw it twice, so that's always going to do well with me. I'm going to give it 4 points. I really like the message of the song. For me, the chorus is still the highlight. I think the song flows a lot better than when I first heard it. It's just a fact of I don't love the song and don't completely understand the hype. The final song I'm going to be talking about is Russia's song. It's by Yulia Samilova and it's called I Won't Break. This song is in English. It's going to be in semi-final too. Of all of the songs I would generally like, this is my least favourite. Some songs already have elements that would make me dislike it, like the genre of Hungary and Slovenia and Estonia, but this one just doesn't stand out to me. To me, she hasn't been able to prove herself singing live this song at least yet. You know, first there was Moscow and some random excuse about it being her birthday, which just didn't sit right. And there was apparently another one where people thought she was lip singing. So, and the preview clips that's been released, it doesn't even look like she's the one doing the main singing. It's her backing singers. And it's unfortunate because she can sing. There's evidence on YouTube that she can sing really well, but it's just not this song. And her diction, once again, is appalling. I was messaging my friend about this, and we both thought she was singing about praying until we remembered the title of the song. And I think it's bad that the only thing getting me excited about seeing this live is the fact that they're actually going to make her into a mountain, you know, replicating the music video. There's not much I'm looking forward to, and like I said before, this gets to the final, which I'm pretty sure it will. It is still Russia at the end of the day. It's going to be my toilet song. So I'm only going to give it 1 point. The point is for the mountain. I'm sorry, I just don't like this. That's just my opinion, soz. So overall, for the middle ground songs, which these ones are, they're kind of like, I have my least favourites, the most favourites, and these ones were the ones stuck in the middle. There are songs I'm really passionate about here, and some songs I could just easily leave, as you will have guessed. A lot of these songs are the ones where the live performance will really matter, I think. As we can see, it's changed some of the points around now. Some of the ones from that I originally gave 1 point to have overtaken some of these songs. So it'll be interesting to see how they all rank against the 3 point songs. I've been Flossy. Ta-ta!